What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king, welcoming you back to more Let's Play Destiny. Today, I got a little bit of a special treat for you. We are going to be working on this new public event known as Supernumerary Blitz, which is also known as the Vex Strike Force. Now, it looks like we're going to be joining one in progress, which is probably okay for my uses, because Supernumerary Blitz is actually, due to how important of an event it is and how useful it is to the player base, this is actually an event that scales with the power ceiling of the game at the moment, which means that I am currently 50 under power for this event. So glad I joined in with a group of 4 who are actually going to be able to contribute here so much more than I will be able to, because I'm going to be dying in one shot to most boss stomps. I can't believe I didn't die there. So the goal of this is very, very simple. All I'm trying to do is grab those Arc Craniums off of those Vex Minotaurs, which is easier said than done, but looks like somebody's already got them. And once we put these shields down, we just have to kill these big guys, and that is, again, going to be easier said than done. Let's hang out in this well. We're just going to try to lay down as much damage as we can. Not that I, again, can do all that much due to the fact that I am considerably weaker than everybody else doing this event at the moment, but it is working. And ooh, I actually got some progress on an old flame, which is nice. So they've already taken down one set of Minotaurs somewhere else and another set of 2 Minotaurs in another spot. This is the last set of 3, so this is where things are going to get far and away the most chaotic at any one time. If I can get some... oh, here we go. Let's start taking out these guys here. All right, cool, cool, cool. Let me see if I can't take some of these guys out. All right, there we go. And once they get that Arc Cranium down, I am willing to get to work after I take care of a few of those enemies. So that 5 orbs of power from that. I also got a Goliath tank shooting at us, which is just, you know, really adds to the fun of the whole situation, I gotta say. Oh, hello there, Wyvern. I'm gonna fire those off. Okay, we got him. We did it. And there we go. Very, very simple. I mean, I did catch it halfway through, but that is essentially what Supernumerary Blitz is all about. And I get myself an exotic for it, Blight Ranger, which I gotta be honest, is not really all that great of an exotic. It is, I believe, one that was actually given away in Witch Queen. Attacks you redirect with your Arc Staff, deal massively increased damage, generate orbs of power for your allies. Guarding with your Arc Staff does not consume extra super energy. This can be kind of nice for like boss DPS phases and whatnot when you're in raids and whatnot, but aside from that, it's not really all that useful. Okay. Welcome back, everybody. Sorry, we are here and was working on a couple of things off screen. We got ourselves Unfinished Business, which is now on to the next step, step 9 of 13. We need to go into Callus's Typhon Imperator, which we were going to do here. Now, I said we were going to start this episode in the Hall of Heroes, but due to the fact that I ran into Supernumerary Blitz, it meant that I had to kind of change plans. We will go back to the Hall of Heroes, though, in this episode, I promise. We're going to go into the Typhon Imperator first, and we are going to see if we can't. Oh gosh, I think I can take Sparrows over this, can't I? Nope, it blocks you out here. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can't get back there as quickly as I possibly can. But we're going to make our way through the ship, and for some reason I had the name of this thing wrong, but no, I guess the ship that I was thinking of earlier, because I called it the Halphus Electus, that's Keitel's ship. I always get my ship names wrong from the different Cabal, just because they all have these like really fancy names. I mean, the Cabal love their, you know, Roman-inspired platitudes and whatnot. I mean, it's kind of something that we give to them, but at the same time, they also really like having for themselves. So it's just kind of the way it is. Like it's all these really grandiose and fancy names, and it's hard to keep track of all of them, if I'm being completely honest. So I don't try to spend too much time on that. All right, let's make our way through here if we can. Oh, get me up there. Thank you. My goodness, I can't believe I actually made that. That was quite the sequence break there. Hop down here. Okay, we got some enemies in here we're going to have to deal with. Let me see if I can't just reservoir burst you to death. There we go. Almost got you, too. There we go. All right, cool. Making progress. Let's just get through here as quickly as we can. I don't think we have to go too far, but I could be wrong. Let's go this way now. Oh, almost overshot that. That would have been bad. Thank goodness that whenever you use grapple, it refreshes your jump. Otherwise, we'd be in a lot of trouble here. But now, we're going to make our way through here. Hello, everybody. I'm just going to pass you by if you don't mind me. And into the portal we go. Okay, cool. Now, as we make our way through here, here we go. This is what I'm talking about. Remember this room? Yeah, I hated this frickin' mission. Like, it's cool in theory, but the constantly respawning Taken, just not fun to deal with. Gotta say. There we go. Oh, we got more. Okay, since we have all of these guys, let's just super them. It's going to be a lot easier that way. And then we'll kind of get you all together and take you out. We got another set over here. Perfect. That should just about do it. There might be another straggler. Oh, there's stragglers up there. Okay, well, I probably need to kill all these guys, don't I? Yes, I do. Is this the thing I'm after? Right here? Oh, we're going to collect whatever that is that I just grabbed. I honestly don't know what it is. I may need another one, though. Are you still alive? Get out of here. Okay. Now let's make our way to the other side of the room. Here really quickly. Hey, I'm just going to fire a rocket up there. I had a feeling that would hit one of them at least. All right, up we go. Here we go. Excuse me. No. I'm not leaving that easily. You can't get rid of me. There we go.
On the list, and it's a powerful one. We should hurry back to Nimbus.
I wouldn't rush. They're not in the best of moods at the moment. I reminded them that, however broadly they'd like to interpret the Cloudstriders' oath, their duties lie squarely on Neomuna, not in the Witnesses' playground.
So you convinced them to follow the rules? That doesn't sound like you. Or Nimbus.
I have learned from my mistakes, you know. And I can see when someone is about to repeat them. Nimbus may think they're after the Black Heart's blueprint, but really, they want a distraction from their grief.
How'd they take it when you said that?
They weren't a fan of the suggestion, but they agreed to make the passkey and let you finish the job.
Okay, sounds good. Well, let's go and make that passkey. So let's head back to Strider's Gate really quickly, and we'll talk to Nimbus and see what they have for us next, and then we can head off to the Hall of Heroes. And thank goodness for it. I got a whole lot of things here too. My gosh, so many things to do here on Neomuna. It's honestly making my head spin. All right, Nimbus, let's talk.
Check this out.
So Nimbus takes the Vex Compass and Seed of Silver Wings off your hands. They don't mention Osiris, insisting they stay behind, though their dampened enthusiasm says it all. As they check Rohan's notes, they explain the passkey's design. The compass, tuned to the shifting unpredictability of the Nexus, should bring you right to the Black Garden's door. There, the Seed of Silver Wings, refractive with the Garden's fluctuating DNA, should allow you to enter as if you belong. And Nimbus presses their Cloudstrider core, a whirl of nanites fly out, welding the components together. As they work, Nimbus points out a name in Rohan's notes, the Conceptual Mind. This is the architect Rohan saw building the Black Heart 10 years ago. It's also your best chance at unlocking the Veil, following the Witness, and bringing a worthy end to Rohan's unfinished business. They hand you over the finished passkey and wish you good luck. Head to Ingress to launch the What Remains mission. So we got a mission on our hands that we're going to be doing in due time, and we're probably going to save that one for the next episode, because in this episode, like I said, we are going to focus on the Hall of Heroes, which we do have a fast travel zone for now. Thank goodness, because we didn't have that the entire campaign. Kind of got annoying not having that. And we should be able to finally go through the audio tour, and hopefully the music's going to chill out now that I'm in here. But first things first, I'm actually going to go to the Puka Pond really quickly, and I'm going to start buying some things. So I'm going to go into Embrace the Darkness, and we're going to go into our fragments here, and we're going to grab, oh, we got 7 that we can get. How many do we have left to get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're pretty much can buy all the rest of them. Not too bad. All right, let me just get pretty much all of these ones here. Powered melee final blows, strand weapon final blows, suspended targets. Okay, I can get 2 out of 4 left. We'll get the continuity one, and then suspended targets, damaging a tangle. Yeah, okay. I think that's all good. So we only need 200 and, okay, we actually 300 total fragments left, and then we should be able to unlock the rest of our Strand subclass, which will allow us to continue further. I would say, you know, if we're playing for only about 3 hours, or not even that, what am I looking at? About 2.5 hours, actually, doing all of those very basic things that you can just kind of start on Neomuna with, that's actually some pretty darn good progress. Now, unfortunately, things like the region chests aren't going to be available to you on subsequent characters, but Yeah, I would say that that is a pretty good demonstration of how quickly you can unlock Strand if you do things absolutely right. All right, time to slow things down for a moment. We're going to be going through the Hall of Heroes audio tour. There is a lot to discuss as we go through here, as we learn a little bit more about the Cloudstriders. Let's begin with the first one.
Welcome, Neomuna, to the Hall of Heroes, where history lives on in you. The Earth author Peter S. Beagle once wrote, "There is no immortality but a tree's love. No one dies so long as they are remembered." So join me, City Archivist Quinn Ligari, as we learn about the great heroes who have made our impossible city a reality. Hi, I'm Quinn Ligari, City Archivist. It's my job to keep the past alive and help shape the future. With so much history lost to the first collapse, preserving humanity's knowledge is one of Neomuna's highest priorities. If we do not know who we have been, can we truly decide who we shall become? I hate those things. They made me re-record all my originals. Apparently, my take on history can be too sarcastic.
Huh. All right, let's continue. I mean, I prefer this side of you, Quinn, other than the snarky side. It's not nearly as endearing.
Altruism, affinity, awareness. These aren't just the Cloudstrider ideals. They are the soul of Neomuna. Each of the memorials filling this room is a server dedicated to the life of a fallen hero, made from their own augmented systems. Every communication and journal detailing their noble sacrifice is available not only for future Cloudstriders to study, but you as well. The truest way to honor our city's champions is by using their experience to improve ourselves. Hey, come get a load of this.
Shut up, Quinn. I'm trying to listen to you.
Here in the foyer of arrivals rests noble Rohan. This sacred space honors both the beauty and the grief in a hero's passing. Since lockdown, so much of our city lived vicariously through our champion, and so we feel his loss more keenly. Every Cloudstrider embraces mortality, but in the lives they save and deeds recounted, they are timeless. The seed of each plant thrives in soil enriched by fallen leaves. All they are, from inception to fruit, is an echo of who came before. The plants grown here in the Hall of Heroes are all reclaimed species, extinct on Earth and restored on Neomuna. They are memories of a lost homeworld, returned to life thanks to the safety and prosperity our champions provide. Every drop that falls eventually reaches its end, and the river continues on. That lone drop is simply a shape the river takes for a time. The water within rejoins the flow and continues on. Those loved ones who pass remain a part of us, forever shaping who we are and who we become. The pukas you see throughout the Hall of Heroes are attracted to the powerful emotions of visitors just like you. Over generations, they have acclimated to their human neighbors. Cloudstriders routinely use emotional support pukas in training and therapy. They often select the friendliest chicks from those hatched right here, among their fallen predecessors. The founders came to Neptune in fear, desperate to survive the collapse. The Traveler had left gardens on many planets and moons. But on Neptune, they found a harsh frontier of floating continents and dangerous storms. Compassion, cooperation, and innovation allowed them to survive, just as they now allow us all to flourish. Maelstrom. She was one of the city's greatest military leaders. Ended the Cobalt occupation before she even became a Cloudstrider. Everybody loves him now, but back when Blue Jay was just Conrad Jane, the whole city hated his guts. Did all kinds of illegal sim research. The Strider. She was the very first official Cloudstrider. Losing her records hurts the most. Stargazer. You probably wouldn't expect a mathematician to be a great Cloudstrider. But I hear your Ikora Ray is kind of a nerd too. Siegebreaker. Telluride Magsy. He converted in the middle of the 20-year siege, and he ended it. But Vex captured his mentor, Puck. Magsy rescued Puck, but by then, the bots had stripped secrets from his brain. Old man couldn't handle the guilt. Took risks. Got hurt.
That's awful. And eerily similar to what Osiris went through. I wonder if Rohan learned how to counsel Osiris from... Guardian, your strand, it's... What's happening?
You recreated the memorial. Nimbus said your strand power could make things, but I didn't think they meant like this.
I did that!
Neither did we. I guess Neomuna's emotional connection to their heroes is strong enough to anchor this strand creation permanently.
I've read some academic studies on veil transcription of the collective unconscious. I bet if I put you in cryo, I could...
Quinn, maybe we should focus on the Vex for now. Why they attacked and if they're coming back.
Yeah, I guess you're probably more useful not frozen. Right now. Let's see if we can figure out why the Vex broke in. This war with the...
All right, Quinn, let's talk. Needs to restore Stargazer's records. All you need to do is sort of vie with Stargazer, the city's most famous explorer. The short version is you must have tapped into some kind of connection with Siegebreaker, emotional, experiential, something strong, whatever it was. So my theory is to do the same thing with Stargazer. Best place to start is emulating them somehow. Look for that same connection. I could expound in the psychological and philosophical theories if you want. A lot of interesting research into the nature of consciousness. Yeah. You get it. Quinn talks a lot.
To scour Siegebreaker's database for mentions of the other 4 Cloudstriders targeted in that Vex attack. He references Stargazer and some kind of secret number-crunching algorithm. No context. So I need you to restore Stargazer's records. All you need to do is sort of vibe with Stargazer, the city's most famous explorer.
Okay, so here we go. Stargazer quest. Loot the terminal overload reward chest at the end of the activity. Very, very simple. So here's how this works with this particular quest. We're going to be given a set of quests for each and every single Cloudstrider memorial, all the way up to the very last one over here. It's a long process. We've got a lot of things to do, and many of it requires us to do things like terminal overload, for instance. Now, the good news is that Quinn is another source of powerful weapons, so we can get more Neomunian things. And hers is very simple, just defeat combatants in terminal overload. This is where this is going to really come in handy by doing this just so much terminal overload. It's going to make my head spin much more than yours because I'm not going to be showing it all on screen, but you'll get the picture once all is said and done. We've got a lot to work on, and doing so is going to get me more strand meditations. It's going to allow me to get more progress on this, which is good, but it's stuff that I am going to be mainly doing off screen. A lot of this is just more and more busy work, which I got to be honest, because from Zero to Hero already requires us to do a lot of that stuff. The fact that these quests also require us to do a lot of that stuff, I think that's what really gets me kind of sick of Neomuna after a while. But luckily, we're only just doing this on one character, so I'll be able to focus on that. For now, though, guys, that is going to be it for this episode. Thank you all so very much for watching. I think I'm going to do like one terminal overload between episodes just to get that kind of out of the way and done. And in the next episode, we are going to be tackling the mission, where is it? What Remains for Unfinished Business, which I believe is actually the end of this exotic quest, which has been relatively straightforward thus far. I got to say, Unfinished Business, or that entire quest chain is probably the simplest of all the exotic quests that you're going to be getting here in Lightfall, and it gets us a pretty okay weapon, but not something particularly amazing, although the mission we're about to do, I actually like it quite a lot. So with all that said, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.